Good people, good people, good people. Y'all already know what time it is. You know what I'm saying? Happy Monday. I hope you guys are having an amazing day. Do me a favor. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. And tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. That Fat Boy Finesse is live again. I see y'all. JC, what's going on? Twan, what's going on? Joy, what's going on? Ray, what's popping with you? Frank, I see you in the building. Simone, what's popping with you? Jims, what's popping with you? I see y'all. I see y'all. Let everybody know that your boy is live, man. It is 7 p.m. on Monday. And y'all already know what time it is. So do me a favor, you know what I'm saying? Hit that like button. Let everybody know that Fat Boy Finesse, hey, is live again. How was your weekend, man? How was your Monday? And let your boy know what your sin of the day is. Let your boy know what the sin of the day is. I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. Ho! Skigga. Lego. Y'all. Y'all already know what time it is. What's popping, what's popping, what's popping, what's popping. Bruh, I look great. What is going on? I look great. Well, let's add a little saturation. Let's add a little color back to your life. I look gray. I look great. Hey, man. But I know you guys are happy to see my bright, beautiful face. Woo. Yo, I hope that didn't hurt nobody's ears because we had a lot going on. I don't know why I can't get that right. Nonetheless, man, I hope you guys are having an amazing day as you're coming in. Hey, man, welcome to the bridge, man. This is officially the Fat Boy Finesse Evening Show. And so simply what we do here, we make connections between the fragrance community and the fragrance industry. You know what I'm saying? And we just make connections that make sense, you know? So we talk about everything. We talk about fragrance. We talk about life. We talk about common sense. All right. Tonight is going to be a good show. I'm expecting it to be a short show. Very direct, a little intense. So you might want to let your people know if there's going to be a live you want to pay attention to. This is the live, you know what I'm saying? That you need to be on, you know what I'm saying? So do me a favor as you're coming in, hit that like button. That lets everybody know that we are alive. that lets everybody know that we are live, that lets everybody know that we are live. But I appreciate you guys. Let's look at the chat, see what we have going on. Some of you I've already seen. Scent Boss, what's good with you? Okay, got that Bottega Veneta. Yeah, what's popping? What's popping? What's popping? What's going on? Someone got that Cashmere Musk by Arabian Oud. Okay, I see you. I see you, Handy. Okay, got on that Eros Flame. You know what I'm saying? Got on that Anfar Rituals. That's what I'm talking about. What's going on, Kev? I can't get it, bro. Oud campaign has me in a chokehold, man. And it's because it's the DNA of one of my favorite fragrances that's discontinued, and that's the Bond Manon Dubai Gold. God, somebody knows, man. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Corbage. No, I have not tried the Corbage, but it is on my list of things to get into. I've kind of been chilling as we started off the beginning of this year. I really haven't spent, I ain't spent no money, y'all. I got some samples and stuff that came in, but yeah. My God, Novice, what's popping with you? Mont Blanc Explorer Extreme. That's the one, bro. That's the one. Still one of the best. Still one of the best that gets me every single time. JC, you crazy. You crazy. Yeoman Leo version of Creed. Ooh, how you like it? How you like it? J Money, what's good with you? How you like it? Money Bags in the building. Mike, what's popping? What's popping, man? We got a good crowd out tonight. We got a good crowd out tonight. We got it. I shouldn't laugh at this. Reginald, what's good with you? Yeoman Leo Neelam. Okay. All right. How you like that? Sherrard, what's good with you? All right, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully we are going to have a good conversation tonight, a good crowd. And yeah. How was your weekend though? Let's chop it up for a little bit, give people a little time to get in here. Football is on tonight. Last game. College football. Who you got? Who you with? It started at 7:30. Who you with? And McDermott got fired from the Bills. I'm gonna tell you one thing for sure. What I appreciate is that the NFL playoff, like from the wild card to the divisional round, these games have been, other than the San Fran game with Seattle, these games have been tremendous. Man. NBA sucks right now. College basketball is basketball is down. Like basketball is in a space right now where it sucks. And maybe that's because I'm a Laker fan. So there's more drama than hoop going on. But college sucks. There's nothing exciting. And I don't know if I don't want to say it's NIL because the NBA sucks. There's nothing exciting. Like I'm still a huge basketball fan, but maybe it's just me. Is that anybody else? Like I am not checking for basketball. Christmas Day was trash. Like all the games on Christmas was trash. I don't know. It's like basketball right now, they just seem to be going through the motions or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But college football, the playoffs have been decent outside of the blowouts. I'm interested to see, is the U. I know Mario Cristobal is like, the U is not back. The U is here. We're moving forward. But is the U back? And then can Indiana pull off the greatest? What in the world? I knew there was something on my lip. Can Indiana pull off the greatest turnaround? Can Indiana pull off the greatest turnaround in sports history? Like crazy, man. Crazy. Look, real different, Jason. Real different. Okay, y'all got Indiana. I feel like them DNs, man. I feel like them DNs from Miami, bro. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what the Bills is doing. I don't know what the Bills is doing. I don't know what the Bills is doing. Yeah, basketball has really been like lame. I don't know what's going, like, it's just, I don't know what's going on, man. So it's gonna kind of suck, like college being over. It's like, you know, the playoffs being here, you know, everything is gonna build up to the Super Bowl, but yeah, the game has changed to a 3-point shootout or dunk contest. No creative offense in the NBA. Yeah, it's kind of rinse and repeat. The NBA is a shell of itself. Yeah. What's going on, Key Steel? Baccarat, 2 sprays, chilling. It's cold and windy outside. Negative. Oh no, bro. Oh no. Stro, what's popping with you? Alexandria to say. Oh, okay. Surge off. Yeah. Yeah, basketball is down. I don't know what's going on. Basketball is down. But I got 42 people watching. Let's see if we can get up to 50. And can a brother get to like 25, 30 likes? Yeah, like there's not going to be a lot of conversation until the trade deadline. Like there's more hype around the conversation surrounding basketball than basketball itself. So all of the hype, and maybe it's because of the oversaturation of podcasts. How is it a turnaround when Indiana was top all year long for 2 or 3 years? Bro, 2 years. I mean, it will be the great. What are you talking about? This is one of the worst teams in the history of college football. I don't care whether it's been 2 or 3. This will be the greatest turnaround in sports, bro. Not just like we know they were good last year. You know what I'm saying? And they got bounced. And then they're trying to finish the job this year. But bro, before then, they've been terrible. Like, they've been terrible, bro. Like, they've been terrible. 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 They've been terrible, my guy. Like, because remember, Kirk Cignetti just got there in 2024. Bro, 2023, they went 3-9. They went 1-8 in the Big Ten. The year before that, they finished 2-10. Oh no, that was like, no, so it was 4-8. Yeah, 2-10. Bro, they trash. So yeah. Yeah, man, it's crazy. 84 degrees, bro. I'm jealous. I need some of that weather. I need some of that weather right there. Pick up the pieces. I stopped really watching. Yo, you are absolutely bugging. You are bugging. Yo, bro, literally, like, what you mean talking about 2 or 3? Bro, they suck. They absolutely suck, James. You wildin'. You are wildin'. I mean, we ain't talking about bad. I'm talking about like, bro, like D2 schools will schedule Indiana. They suck. I mean, it's bad. They were as bad can get. They were as bad it can get. Bad as bad it can get. Yeah. But I wish, Valentino, man. Valentino did die today, man. You know, we're getting to that point where we're starting to lose, you know what I'm saying, some of the GOATs in the fragrant space, yo. You know, that have really kind of created some iconic scents. And then there are a lot of, you know what I'm saying, new fragrances that are popping up, you know what I'm saying, in a lot of different places. Like I said, myself, I really kind of been chilling. I really haven't spent a lot of money, and I don't know if I plan on spending, you know what I'm saying, some money. We'll see. We'll probably really dive in February as far as spending wise, maybe March. I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, let's get into the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Tonight, again, hit that like button. Tell your friend. Say, listen, Walt is live. You might want to check this one out. All right, let's run my disclaimer and then we'll get into it. The views and the opinions expressed in this program are those of my own and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities I represent or collaborate with. I love fragrance. There will be no clone slander, designer slander, or niche slander. Like what you like, love what you love. Most importantly, don't take my word for it. Get your own nose on. They gonna trip when they hear this. This guy. Nah, it ain't Jada. It's Fat Boy, but you can call me Walt. Walt J. Hey, let's cut up for a little bit. Here we go. That boy crazy. Call me Mr. Elixir. My nose is something sinister. I'm stone cold like a tombstone. I'm a finisher. Finisher. A fragrance that a finisher. Preaching about these oils like they holy. I'm a minister. Trying to set the record straight. Curve is the real king. Still got love for grease. Savage make them girls free. Can't forget that 1 million got me feeling real lucky. Call me Fat Boy, but don't test me. It can get ugly. I'm trying to find a new cologne. I don't really know where to go. That boy out here singing, boy. Crazy work. Hey, get him again, Fat Boy. I'm a real fragrance reviewer from niche to designers. You can never clone Fat Boy. I know that's right. I'm rocking with the Czar and my homegirls, the oil lady. Paris, Milan, a little tougher than my other ladies. Renaissance man, though I never been to Harlem. Love a New York night like a crook, love a bond man. Belling out the game, but don't call me a savior. Casting out these phonies, call me a demon slayer. In the words of my brother Dedra Hicks, positive vibes only.
I am happy to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation. Five score years ago, a great American in whose symbolic shadow we stand today signed the Emancipation Proclamation. This momentous decree came as a great beacon light of hope to millions of Negro slaves who had been seared in the flames of withering injustice. It came as a joyous daybreak to end the long night of their captivity. But 100 years later, the Negro still is not free. 100 years later, the life of the Negro is still sadly crippled by the manacles of segregation and the chains of discrimination. 100 years later, the Negro lives on a lonely island of poverty. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will they be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream. My 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today. I have a dream that one day, down in Alabama, with its vicious racists, with its governor having his lips dripping with the words of interposition and nullification. One day right there in Alabama, little black boys and black girls will be able to join hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. I have a dream today. One day every valley shall be exalted, and every hill and mountain shall be made low. The rough places will be made plain, and the crooked places will be made straight, and the glory of the Lord shall be revealed, and all flesh shall see it together. This is our hope. This is the faith that I go back to the South with. With this faith, we will be able to hew out of the mountain of despair a stone of hope. With this faith, we will be able to transform the jangling discords of our nation into a beautiful symphony of brotherhood. With this faith, we will be able to work together, to pray together, to struggle together, to go to jail together, to stand up for freedom together, knowing that we will be free one day. This will be the day when all of God's children will be able to sing with new meaning, my country, tears of thee. Sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride. From every mountainside, let freedom ring. And if America is to be a great nation, this must become true. And so let freedom ring. From the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire, let freedom ring. From the mighty mountains of New York, let freedom ring. From the heightening Alleghenies of Pennsylvania, let freedom ring. From the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado, let freedom ring. From the curvaceous slopes of California. But not only that, let freedom ring from Stone Mountain of Georgia. Let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee. Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi, from every mountainside. Let freedom ring, and when it happens, when we allow freedom ring, when we let it ring from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, free at last, free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
You all know exactly what that is. If you don't know, I'm not going to judge you. I encourage you to be informed. Today is a day we take to celebrate, to commemorate, to remember and honor the legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And I wanted to play that speech because it speaks to, if you see the title of the live, it says Fragrances and a Dream Deferred. And so I'm going to speak to something, and I ain't gonna lie to you. This I've been going back and forth on this for a while. And it's not going to be easy. It's going to be quick. It's not going to be easy though. Because if if the fragrance community is to be a community, A community is a group of people united by one or a specific set of commonalities. In this space, it would happen to be fragrance. If Fragcom is going to be the community that we call ourselves to be, then we have to be like the commonality that we all share, which is our love for fragrances. One of the beautiful things about fragrance that I love that has helped me in life, in every aspect of life, is it gives me an opportunity to pause and look at things with the right perspective. What I mean by that is fragrance represents life. Martin was talking about fragrance. Unity is fragrance. Civil rights is fragrance. Righteousness is fragrance. Coming together for a common cause, good, bad, or indifferent, is fragrance. And sometimes if you're not careful, if you don't understand the power of the fragrance that you wear or you possess, you can offend other people without even realizing it. In a fragrance, there are many notes, various different notes. And usually people try to put fragrances together that create synergy. You know, they go well together. And the reason they do that is so you can create what we call accords. All right. And good fragrances are blended well amongst the accords. It's just like music, just like food. When you eat something, you want it to taste good. When you hear something, you want it to sound good. Every now and then in music, you have what we call accidentals that are there intentionally to create dissonance, or what we call disruption. And it kind of forces the listener to say, that's weird. That's kind of off. It kind of resets your palate, resets your ears, and it really makes you listen in even more and appreciate the harmonies of the melodies and all of these different things, and how the notes are blended to create these accords that we enjoy. And sometimes what we like, other people don't like. I like, let's say, for instance, French Defense by Mind Games. One of my favorite fragrances. It's a holy grail for me. For a lot of you, mid, overrated, that's fine. But it doesn't change us being a community. One of the things I've talked about the most on my channel is clone fragrances. A lot of you, admittedly, don't wear that, don't support it, don't believe in it. But it doesn't change us from being a community. But one of the things that can destroy a community, one of the things that can cause a dream to be deferred, is when people don't understand the power of the notes that they sing, the power of the notes that they carry. Remember, I talked about the accidentals. You know, some notes are neutral, some notes are sharp, some notes are flat. But when you combine them with other notes, it actually comes together to create, again, this sweet accord. But what happens when the chord breaks down? That's the real question. What happens when the fragrance is offensive? What happens when it disrupts community? Ladies and gentlemen, this is where we find ourselves. And I know some of y'all are like, Walt, what are you doing? What are you getting at? I said all that to say, as of this point forward, I got to start with this because I've kind of been in a funk. I've been in a very weird place over some time now. And some of you can probably tell it's like, Walter's been sick. I have at times. But I don't get sick that often. And part of it has been stress. Part of it has been anxiety. Trying to sort some things out, trying to figure some things out or whatever. And so this is what I will say. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. Let's just cut right to the chase. As of today is January the 19th, 2026. I am no longer Walter Jeanette, nor Fat Boy Finesse, nor Fat Boy Finesse Media, or any brand that is under my umbrella that I am partnered with, that I collaborate with, that I associate myself with. Am no longer affiliated with the person that is Corey Keith and Black Aroma Fragrances, Black Aroma Distribution, Black Intelligence. Yeah, all that jazz. Cut right to the chase. Yeah, I say that with a straight face. This is not news to him. He's been made aware of that. And I appreciate Corey for everything that he's done. It's as simple as that. Yeah. Thank you for everything that you've done and for the conversations that we've had. But in the words of 112, or maybe it was Jagged Edge, I think it was 112. Don't ask no questions. You already know. Because I'm doing this in the same way to somebody's point about the speech or the talk or the, as Martin talked about, as he got closer to his death, how he felt like I've led my people into a burning building. And I'm not going to talk about that because some of you understand what that means. Some of you don't. I encourage you to really research and study and take the time. But nobody, for the most part, if you knew, you knew from an offline standpoint, but nobody in this space knew really, I'll say in our cul-de-sac, allegedly, who Corey was until I called Corey's name on a live stream. And Corey has been very present. Corey has been very evident. Corey has been very vocal, not just in my chat, not just on my platform, but on several others. And I'm speaking for myself. I can't speak for them. But there are some things that I was not privy to. There are some things that I was not aware of that I'm speaking to now. And because of that, I am no longer associated or affiliated or partnered or collaborate with the person that is Corey Keith or Keith Corey or Black Aroma or Black Intelligence, or whatever the name of the brand is at this point. And so again, that is for me. That is for me in my house. I'm not speaking for anybody else. And again, this is not something that he is not aware of. I'm pretty sure he's watching right now, even though he may not be in the chat. I'm willing to bet my last dollar he's watching. So again, no surprise. This, like I said, he's been made aware of that earlier today. Because as we celebrate and think about MLK, as we think about the state of where Fragcom is as a community, it is a microcosm or a mirror of kind of where we are as a people, as a country, as a nation. When you listen to that speech and you're like, yeah, I'm still dreaming. Like that dream, I don't think it's canceled, but it's still kind of deferred. And so you're still waiting to see these things come to light. But one of the things that I can't stand for with anybody is I cannot stand on building a community on the backs of people who look like me. Fragcom is made up of people from every races. And that's what makes this space beautiful, just like any other community on the internet. But what I cannot do and what I will not do is affiliate or associate myself with people who champion building business, building community, and building pride amongst our people, only to allegedly turn around and lie. Call it what it is. There's no right word. Let's just say what it is. L-I-E. Lie. So for the last time, again, I in right mind. Like I ain't high, I'm not drunk, nothing like that, or whatever. In goodwill and testament. Yeah, you guys will not moving forward. I'm not telling anybody what they should do. I'm not telling anybody to reach out to me and ask questions or whatever. Do what you do. Mind the business that pays you. But in order for me to move forward on this channel, in order to get myself out of this creative funk that I've been in order for me to get back to being the fat boy that you guys know, got to say sometimes you have to sever. You got to cut the umbilical cord. You don't burn bridges. You know what I'm saying? I'm not burning a bridge. I didn't burn the bridge. So we're not burning bridges, but you do have to be a man. You got to be an adult. You got to take risk. And one of the things about you all who want to be influencers, you want to be creators, you want brand deals, you want to be you want all of these different types of things. I encourage you to draw a line in the sand as it relates to who you are. Draw a line in the sand and define who you are and what you stand on. Because the community is not the industry. And the industry is not the community. And there are some of us who are blessed to have 1 foot in the community and 1 foot in the industry and go back and forth between the two. But know who you are. Be the woman that you claim to be. Be the man that you claim to be. And stand on that. Because you're going to come across a lot of things that are going to come your way, that are going to make you question a lot of things. And you have to be able to say, this is what I'm willing to compromise. And this is what I'm not. I'm not willing to compromise my integrity. I'm not willing to compromise my self-respect. I'm not willing to compromise my faith. I'm not willing to compromise my friends, my relationships, the things that I have worked very hard to build. Okay. I don't consider myself to be the leader of Fragcom, but I tell you guys, I'm the leader of the new school. I have taken that torch. I carry that. You know what I'm saying? I carry that torch. And yeah, integrity is everything. Everything. And so because I was the one to bring you guys to bring it to your attention from day one, I'm bringing it to your attention now. All right. This does not stop anything. This does not change anything. But I'm saying this because I know how the devil works. I'm not calling Corey the devil. Let's make that clear. I know how the devil works. I know how the enemy works. I know how he is the accuser of the brethren. So I know how things get twisted and things become a war of words. He said, she said. I don't have anything to say other than I am my own man. I am my own brand. And I know people ask questions and they see things. Count me out. I don't have a dog in the fight. That's all I wanted to say. That's it. That's it. I'm not, we don't do no compromise. We can argue about clones versus OGs and all that all day. But one thing we will never argue about is compromising integrity, compromising respect, compromising faith, compromising your finances, compromising your family. We don't do that. We don't do that. We don't do that. All right. So I just wanted to get that out the way. Everybody kumbaya. Come on, breathe. Take a deep breath one more time. In the words of Whitley, relax, relate, and release. Relax, relate, release. All right. So let's go back to Living Color. Cause I know y'all tired of seeing me in that black. Yeah. I like what my guy Sai said. Therefore, each of you must put off falsehood and speak truthfully to your neighbor, for we are all members of one body. Absolutely. 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 and I think it's hilarious. Let me turn some music back on. I think it's hilarious, you know what I'm saying, when people be putting well, you gotta stop that. You know better. You gotta stop that. Woo! All right. We good? We good? I'm gonna go, like I said, I'm looking. have we been black and white all straight? Nah, just for a second. Just for a second, Lachey. What really sickens me, and man, listen, that's a whole nother thing. Yeah, when you compromise your integrity and your character, it's over. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, it is not good. It is not good. It is not good. It is not good. But I appreciate that. I appreciate that, Joel. I appreciate that. Absolutely, Simone. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. No divide, just unity, man. And the thing is about unity is we're not going to agree on everything. We're not supposed to. That's not community. You know what I'm saying? People love to say how can two walk together unless they agree, and they take that out of context. That's talking about how you yoke with people. Like, community, being in a community does not require me to be yoked in you over this one belief. That's a cult. I don't do that. You know what I'm saying? But no, like, we are made as individuals, and we choose, how to fit together like puzzle pieces. And sometimes the pieces are not always gonna come together, and the final image is gonna be like, that looks interesting, but guess what? It's us. It's our community. It's our cul-de-sac. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. So when I say I appreciate y'all, man, I appreciate y'all. Now, real quick, let's get to the center of the day. As far as what I'm wearing today, I took it back. Do y'all want to know what my first clone fragrance was that I think I bought? Without realizing, I think the first quote unquote clone fragrance I bought was a fragrance called 747. Hold on. 747 cologne. There's a company called Sandora Fragrances, and they have, is it them? Yeah. Sandora Fragrances, and they have a cologne called 747 Men. It is one of the best smelling things ever. They have the regular casing, but then they have the clear bottle. I got it from like Rainbow. This was eons ago. I got it from Rainbow. You know, I was in Rainbow with my girl, my wife at the time. I don't know if we might have been dating still. And from the Rainbow in Durham, Lakewood. If you are familiar with the Bull City, there used to be a Rainbow. Yeah, it was a Rainbow. I think it was a Rainbow. In Lakewood, right beside the hair store. Over there, there's a club over there now, and then there's a church. What's the church that used to be over there in that parking lot? I can't remember the name of the church that used to be over there. But you know, I'm in there one day, you know, and I see they got fragrances. I'm just smelling stuff, and it's this 747. Smells amazing. But when I smelled it, I was like, it reminds me of something. And it ended up being this right here, which is my scent of the day. Took it back. And for EDT, this has great projection. This is why I want some people to realize, like, people be like, well, I only wear extraits, or I only wear parfums, or I only wear, like, first of all, elixir is not a concentration. Or I only wear EDPs. And I'm like, there are some EDTs out there that have great, like the original Bleu de Chanel. It has good performance. 1 Million Lucky is an EDT. It has good performance. This 212 from Carolina Herrera. We took it back. This was the scent of the day. Nice. There's a lot in here. There's sage in here. There's green notes in here. There's a little bit of ginger in here. There's some lavender in here. That's what I mostly get. But the green note is what really kind of sticks out. And we like, bro, y'all know this came out in 99. 1999, fam. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, 99. I was 12. 1999. Cash Money taking over for the 99 2000s, and you get this beautiful green freshie. Like, I wouldn't even really consider this a fougere. Like, this smells like you should only wear this when you mow the grass, which is funny to me because somebody commented on one of my videos the other day, and I think it was talking about one of my shorts, which is 9 a.m. dive, and it was like, I know this man did not say you can wear this to cut grass in. I wear fragrances to do everything. So yeah, if I would literally put on something to go outside and cut the grass, I would put on something to go outside and wash the car. I put on fragrance for everything. If I can put on fragrance to walk around the house, why would I not put on fragrance to be outside cutting the grass? I'm doing something. You know what I'm saying? And this is one of those fragrances, man. So this was my scent of the day. Brought back a lot of memories, yo. Brought back a lot of memories. And again, do not let the performance on this kill you. Like, this is dope. This is dope. Again, for those of you who are really just getting into fragrances and you're looking for some cheap. Now, the weird thing about this is actually not that cheap because this is a classic. Like, I'm gonna look at the price real quick. Like, it's cheap, you know, for most of us, but it ain't. Like, 212 actually ain't that cheap. Yeah, you can pretty much get it for like sub $50. Yeah, but this is for the small bottle. This is the 50 ml. Like, for example, Beauty House sells the 100 ml for $64. They sell the 200 ml for $90. Fragrance Net sells the tester of the 100 ml for like sub $60, $57. So this is a good designer cheapie, nostalgic. Like, it just, if you want something that's easy to wear, if you like green notes, I feel like, is it Violet Leaf or maybe Violet? No, I think Violet Leaf. I'm thinking about French Defense. I don't know what the exact, if they even specify what the leaf is in this. I know it's some sage in here. I know it's some lavender. Cause that's mostly what I get. And you get a little bit of that ginger, and I think there's some musk or whatever, in the dry down. But, if you're looking for like classical, nostalgic, cheap designer style fragrances, This is a good one. A lot of times everybody is stuck on, yo, like, what's new? What's new? What's new? Bro, there are thousands, tens of thousands of fragrances that are already here on the market that a lot of us have not discovered. A lot of us have not gotten a chance to smell. Like, that are available. You know, so sometimes instead of reaching forward, you want to reach back. The video I did Friday, I talked about this. I'm gonna get to the chat back in a second, because like I said, I really don't have a lot to talk about tonight. So when I said this may be a short stream, just may be very direct, that may be the case. But you guys know I talked about this last week. This is the Obsidian from French Avenue, crazy bottle. And I also ended up picking this up, which I included in the video because I've been on this grapefruit binge. This also has grapefruit in it. This also is hidden, but this also has grapefruit in it. But this Elite Risala, which is also under Sterling Perfumes, which is also Armaf. If you know Armaf and you see the stickers of authenticity, you'll always see Sterling Perfumes up there. But Genesis Omega, which is supposed to be on Raban's. Shout out RIP Paco. Phantom, I think the original, the one that's in the silver. But those are good, typical frat boy club style designer DNAs. The bottles are kind of cool. They're kind of corny and cool at the same time. The robot was different. But it didn't have that typical Raban sweetness like you would get in the 1 millions. Like, there's a distinction there. Like, there's a very distinction between the sweetness that you would get in 1 millions and then the distinction that you would get in like one of the Phantoms. And that's what this is supposed to be on. I really don't think that though, because I think it's inspired by that, but because you get that typical lavender style, musky style fragrance that you get from Phantom, the sweetness, that club style sweetness where you just smell fresh. But the grapefruit here, just like that, is kind of the underrated, the unsung hero, star of the show. So I really, when I tell you I have been on a grapefruit binge as of lately, because I've been looking for things that really kind of cut through. That smells good, man. That smells good. I just want to get back to smelling good. I don't care if it's cheap. I don't care if it's expensive. I don't care if it's niche, if it's clone, if it's whatever. Well, I do care, because as long as it's blended well. I ain't out here wearing everything. But yeah, that was my sin of the day. That was my sin of the day. So I did want to get that out there. Let me look at the chat real quick. Let's look at the chat. Ralph, what's going on? Are fragrances at the hair supply stores real? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes. And I'm going to say yes is because a lot of times what I've done is I've bought duplicates of fragrances I already have. So this is a great question. This is a great question. I've bought fragrances of duplicates that I already have to compare, you know, especially if the batch information is available. Some of your hair stores actually sell like designer fragrances. You know what I'm saying? They may be much older. Like, I'm pretty sure you could go in like a Beauty World or something like that and probably find this. Like Versace Dylan Blue. What you're gonna find in your beauty supply stores are a lot of testers. You're going to see a lot of the testers, you know, that probably, you know, everybody else didn't want, or people probably resold, you know, to get up off of them or whatever. And you're going to see some things with original packaging. But what I promote beauty supply stores, hair supply stores is to sample and get your nose on a lot of these fragrances. Like, for example, both of these right here came from the hair supply store. You know what I'm saying? And so what I do is I say, hey, historically, traditionally, we have not been able to sample those fragrances. We have not been able to get our nose on it. Like, you can go on an Ulta, like you can go into Sephora. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the subscribe. And somebody actually sent me a super chat earlier. Appreciate that, Si. Yeah. Yeah, appreciate that, fam. yeah, so like when we say get your nose on it, now you can go in the store, get your nose on it, and really kind of decide, is this something that I like, instead of blindly spending $50, $60 on a fragrance. Especially if we're talking about the Game of Spades, Joe Milanos of the world. We talking like $80, $90, especially for the new ones. All right. And then everything else, you're talking like sub $50. You know what I'm saying? So, and then people be like, man, those prices are crazy. They are. But a lot of times they're like 20, 25, 30% off. The testers are 50% off, or they're buy one, get one free. And so a lot of times you come up, because it's like, by the time you look at the price and you be like, okay, if y'all selling it for 50, by the time I get 20 to 30% off, and I'm looking at tax and shipping, I'm gonna come out cheaper, or it's gonna end up being the same thing. So yeah, I do not have any concern about you buying. I can say for this, I have not gotten any fake fragrances from the Hair Depot. So I'll put it to you like that. I'll put it to you like that. Yeah, I'll put it to you like that. Liz Claiborne Spark, man. Yeah, like I was smelling that the other day. That was the first set I got. Now, I don't know if Spark is a clone. I think Liz Claiborne Spark was one of the first, it's the first discovery set that I ever got. And then I ended up getting like full bottles of Curve, full bottles of Mambo. And then, you know, when I was getting into my uncle's stuff and then discovering what Bond was and all these different types of things. And it's like, wait a minute, this is a whole different world. You know, I like, honest to God, I kind of skipped designer for what it was worth, you know? So, and then I kind of came back to designer. I just like designers. I just like going to, you know, I like going to Sephora, going to Ulta and just smelling them. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't buy like, my favorite, y'all already know my two favorite all time. Some of y'all are just following me, so let me grab these because you don't know. All right, two favorite fragrances of all time. 1A, 1B, I go back and forth. 1 Million Lucky. All right. 1 Million Lucky. Bruh, like I've bought so many bottles of this. Like these are the two, well, the other, in the third fragrance I'm about to show you. These two bottles I've bought at least 5 times. No cap. Now, I'm mad because, you know, they have different versions of these bottles and they have the clear version of this that I want to keep. I got to get one just so I can keep it. Bro, like I stand by these. And then to me, it man, a lot of people swear this is overhyped. Hey, feel how you want to feel. One of the best smelling things on my skin ever. And then I'm going to say this has really kind of entered my top 3 from a designer standpoint. I will continue to buy bottles of this. We on the 3rd bottle. Montclair Sunrise Pearl. I love this. Another fragrance. I can't reach it. That I'm going to continue to buy. Mont Blanc Explorer Extreme. The all black one. Tom Ford. Eau de Ombre Leather. You cannot make me hate that joint. You can't make me hate this right here. I love, but you guys know I love vanilla. And so I was not the biggest ombre leather fan. I remember the day I saw this, it was my birthday. I was in South Point. I went to Sephora. They had just came out with this. I smelled it. And I was like, because this puts you in the mind of Vanilla Oud from Virtus. This puts you in the mind of kind of that Horrificat or that baby cat style DNA or whatever. I just like what they did. I like what they did with that. So sometimes it can be a little bit over redundant. Speaking of Tom Ford, the new the fig joint. The fig joint they got is actually pretty nice. I don't know about that price. Tom Ford fig. Erotic. That fig, however you say it, erotic. Oud Voyager, I was not really impressed with, but that fig erotic, like I'm a fig fan on the low as well. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the most, it comes off like it wants to be seductive, because when you put erotic in a name, you know, you're thinking, and it looks sexy. Like when you look at the bottle, it looks very sexy. Like, as a matter of fact, let me pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up so you guys can see it. Tom Ford. I'm gonna pull it up so you can see it. Let's share. All right, hold on. All right, so this is fig erotic. You can see the price on this is crazy. 400. No, bro. I don't think it's worth the price. But as far as smell, my bad. I forgot that extra audio was playing. As far as smell, I'm a fan, bro. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. And it has the slightest resinous feel to it. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of that. I'm a fan of that. I'm gonna tell you, let's go look at Sephora. There is something else that I smelt recently. I have to do this in a I should search by unisex. Or I shouldn't do that because it's not gonna give me what I want. This is overrated. Oudgasm is overrated. I don't know why I'm doing that for. Hold on, let's do it like this. Tom Ford. Do they not have it? You can smell it in the store. All right, let's do it like this. Tom Ford, Oud Voyager. Yeah, I think this was a missed opportunity. I didn't really care for this. No, let's not do fragrant again. I really didn't care for, like, is it a flanker? You know what I'm saying? To Oud Wood? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I wasn't necessarily the biggest fan of it. You know, I thought it was interesting. And I think once they kind of saw, because this is Oud Wood is a classic. Oud Wood is a classic. And I'm wondering if they thought this was gonna kind of be like a his and her type thing. You know what I'm saying? It smells good. I mean, like it says, it's a woody floral. But now I'm layering these together would probably be fire. But who's finna spend that money to layer? Nah, we ain't spending the money to layer like that. Let me go to Fragrantica. Because there's the new YSL that's coming out. Or let's do this. Let's do this. Let me go back here. Let's go back here. I'm gonna look at the chat real quick. I know who page to go to because I know who got it. Oh my God, Chris. Shout out to the big boss perfumer, Chris, the CEO, with all of the fragrance news. Bro, what the heck? Chrome is getting on my nerves. All right. Bro, so you got a lot of new fragrances. All right, this is the new YSL that's supposed to be coming out. So this is the iced. So this is supposed to be available. Has anybody smelt it yet? I have not smelt it. I'm probably going to go see if I can smell this tomorrow. And they are good for coming out with an EDT. This is an EDT, which means that they're gonna reformulate it quick. But we talking like mint tea. But what's crazy to me is that they're not considering this aldehydic, because there are no aldehyde notes here. And I get it. You know, you only want to call it aldehydic if you have the aldehydes there. But I mean, ice kind of gives you that same effect or whatever. But let me look at the chat real quick, because, you know, let me see what y'all talking about, because I kind of avoided that. So let's get back over here. Let me put this back over here so I can see y'all, so y'all can be like, whoa, no, looking at the chat. So you just ordered the sample. It'll be here Tuesday. Okay. What's going on, Alicia? Ice is okay, but nothing fabulous. Yeah, I figured that. I figured that. Dutch. So you are right. Like, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. As a designer, I appreciate this. Like, I'm gonna give this man his flowers, because as a designer, as a creative, when you go do the hard work to curate, smartest pivot he ever made. Bro, like, this is what you call a curated page. Y'all want brand deals? I'm gonna be honest with you. This is not a guarantee that you're gonna get the brand deals, but this is a good, you know, bro, like, this is sexy. This is sexy. I don't care, pause, but this is sexy. Because I appreciate it that it's already curated in a way. Like, yeah, so I can go look, you know, we go to whatchamacallit all the time and just look, you know, eye fragrance, or, you know, whatever fragrance, or parfum or whatever. But bro, like, this right here, when you see it, you know what I'm saying? It's just what they say. You so purdy. You so purdy. You know, so I appreciate those of y'all who go out here and do the hard work for us. Now, Azaro with their confusing self. Now, what I'm hoping they're not about to do is come out with a version of Angel Share. I see the whole ice cream thing. I see this could be Elemi, this could be incense, this could be a Popanax, whatever. You know, but this right here, I'm like, what we doing? Are we doing like Angel Share meets Altair? Are we doing a boozy Altair? Is that what we're doing? Because that's what I remember when I first saw that. That's what it looked like to me. Why they're doing this, I don't know. Like, ADG intent, like, let it go. Let it go. I was very interested to see this 1 million night elixir. Like, it wasn't enough for 1 million. It's like 1 million night. Now the bottle, I'm a bottle whore, so y'all know I'm gonna get it. And we talking about Mandarin. Yeah. You see how my voice changed? Yeah. Tone Loke in the building. I'm gonna have to get that. I'm trying to see what that be like. That Pacaro bomb, baby. Dark, decadent, unapologetically intense. This is 1 million at the midnight. Introducing 1 million night elixir. Bold new expression. Where the iconic gold bar meets black for the very first time. The Million Man has no curfew. His bold irreverence opens up the doors to the underground clubs, glowing within a golden vault as the night unfolds. Under warm spotlights, fresh mandarin ignites the senses, melting into addictive maple syrup and deep amber sensuality, creating a magnetic masculine elixir that radiates through the Raban nights. Can I say it one more time? Dark, decadent, unapologetically intense. Baby, this is 1 million at the midnight. We gonna unlock the night with this one. Ninja sound like an advertisement for straight smokers cough. Dame, what's good, boy? Ain't seen you in forever. What's poppin', my guy? Happy New Year. Quiet storm has arrived. Baby, we gonna kill him with this one. But real talk, nah, I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to that joint, yo. I'm looking forward to that joint. Yo, I'm gonna tell you what. Bruh. I'm excited about this one. I'm waiting on this one. I'm waiting on this one. I'm waiting on this one. I am waiting. I have been waiting. I didn't like the extreme. I don't care for ice. I don't care for the extreme. I've been waiting for them to do this justice and really reformulate this joint the right way. This is one of the best smelling profiles of all time. It's one of the best smelling profiles of all time. We just strictly smell good, compliments. I ain't talking about perfumery, just straight up smell good. Like, to me, this used to rival Dior Sauvage in my collection. Like, this was it. Like Jimmy Choo, man, I can't even reach that bottle. I got a big bottle. Hold on. Like, I went through multiple bottles and then I ended up getting a big bottle. Bruh. And this is a 200 mil. Bruh. We talking, this is what made me fall in love with pink pepper. Bruh, it just works. It just worked. It just worked. Beautiful classic spice, and it didn't really smell like, it smelled different. Like, it was a spicy blue that was different from everything else that was kind of out there. Like, to me, it was like, okay, how can we take the Blue Day Chanel DNA and flip it? That's what I got from the original. Now, the only thing about this, the longer you let it sit, the more it starts to kind of turn. Charm, what's good with you? The more it kind of starts to turn. But yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah. Bruh. Jimmy Choo was my crack. So I am excited to hear about that. But it's a lot of new stuff coming out, bro. It's a lot of new stuff that is coming out. Hugo Boss. Striking Lavender. I'm kind of interested in what this is gonna be. Like Polo 67 Extreme. I'm like, do we need that? That's the thing. Let me go back here. That's the thing. I think that's kind of the downside or the disappointing thing that continues to happen with fragrance companies, because it's like, do we need that? Like, don't just change. Like, change. If you're gonna come out with a flanker, Like, make it worthwhile. Do something different. Like, if you want my money, because we know polos, they're gonna end up in Burlington at some point. So you're gonna be able to get it for cheaper, but you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah. Lalit got some good stuff, man. Lalit got some good stuff. Bro, I'm telling you, like Jimmy Choo, my sister is in love with Jimmy Choo, man. The I Want You line is banger. Like, to me, that is the new, it rivals like the Gucci floral lines. I want females to stop wearing. Hold on, y'all. People be sending me stuff in the middle of. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. My bad. That Chew line go crazy. That Chew line go crazy, man. That Chew line go crazy. That Chew line go crazy. Yeah, like, I want females to stop wearing that Armani My Way stuff. Stop wearing that. Y'all love that stuff. Women are not, for the most part, the average woman is not hard to please. Now, that's one thing I love about the women in FragCom, is because they be wearing everything and they are not afraid to be challenged, yo. You talk to a lot of females, for the most part, be like, well, what you really be like, you know what I'm saying? Like that Gucci floral and that Flora and then that Armani My Way. And, you know, I like that Burberry Goddess, which I concur. And, you know, what's the joint Shorty used to wear? Hey, bro, y'all start naming. Hold on. What's a fruity female fragrance? It kind of sound ghetto. Hold on. It's in the realm of, oh my God. Juicy Couture, but it smell good though. Smell good. Juicy Couture smells good. Like Viva La Juicy smells amazing. Bombshell from Victoria's Secret smells amazing. If you wash properly, you got to have the right skin chemistry to wear some of that stuff. But yeah. And y'all ain't gonna get mad at me. Now, Simone, you wild for this, because we know what pineapples mean. Yo, I'm probably gonna do that, yo. I did a fragrance making class, very interesting experience with, Stroh. So I did one several years ago and it was dope. I did one for fragrance and one for a candle, and it was definitely dope. Very, very eye-opening. Very eye-opening. Hey, no, y'all, I'm not going to the corner. No, I'm not going to it. Yeah. All right. I'm trying to get these old women at my job to stop wearing. Good luck with that. Good luck with that, bro. Bruh, white diamonds is Baptist. Is the cornerstone of every Baptist church in America. Bruh, white diamonds is like Bruh. Yes, Levi. Oh my God. Jador Libra J. Yeah. Yeah. So here's the crazy thing, Jason. I'm not, Zara, y'all, I need y'all to understand something. Zara, can we call Zara designer? Is Zara considered designer? Nonetheless, Zara has done what Aeropostale, what Gap, what Banana Republic used to do, where you can do the all-in-one. People don't understand, especially with Gen Z and millennials, fragrance is part of the fit. It is part of it. Zara has some fire. If you go to Fragrantica and you scroll all the way to the bottom and you look at the most popular fragrance brands right now, Zara is number 12. Let me give y'all a secret. If you're a content creator, let me help, because I always got to get my content creators game. And you're trying to figure out, what do I make content about? And you want to make content for the masses, not just yourself, because I tell y'all, you make content for your audience, not for yourself. You got to find the fine line between that. Take Fragrantica with a grain of salt, but go pay attention. Most popular perfumes. That means this is what people are searching for. This is what people are searching for. All right. If we go look at the most popular brand, Zara is number 12. Lattafa, Dior, Guerlain, YSL, Tom Ford, Armani, Xerjoff, Jean Paul Gaultier, Chanel, Amouage, Parfums de Marly, Zara. Why do you think that is? Gen Z. Gen Z. Gen Z. Gen Z. Now you can take Fragrantica with a grain of salt, whatever you want to, bruh. Gen Z. So from a content standpoint, I'm when it comes to SEO and different things like that, and you can always compare this to, you can run it against the algorithm in YouTube, other platforms. Y'all know I've talked about that research or whatever. But again, you trying to figure out what people are looking for, what's the most popular, what people are searching for. Because what's going to happen is they also going to get in these chats and they're going to talk about y'all. They're going to talk about y'all here and they're going to talk about y'all in Reddit. And they're going to be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Such and such said on their video. So bro, here's the one thing you got to realize with Fragcom. All press is good press. You got to go to the Jerry Jones school of marketing. Ain't no such thing as bad press. No such thing as bad press. Hey, that yellow Gucci floor is fire though. For real. People be wearing that junk, bro. People be wearing that junk. Facts. I agree. Some of these young ladies are walking around. This guy said, walking around smelling like whiskey and leggings material. Hey, fire fragrance, Marion. Fire fragrance. Fire. I'm on my way to the corner. I'll be back. I be seeing them joints in Burlington. I haven't pulled the trigger on them. My boy C.I. Scent though has them. Boy, this guy talking about it's good for you. Boy, you crazy. You is crazy. Y'all is crazy, yo. Y'all is crazy. Y'all is crazy. Shay always trying to send somebody to the corner though. Shay stay trying to send somebody to the corner. You know what I'm saying? That's because she be oiled up. She be oiled up. That's why. She be oiled up. She want to put people in detention real quick. So guarantee you, by the time we get off live tonight, I'm picking on you. By the time we get off live tonight, you're gonna see one of these. She gonna be glistening though. That's my girl, yo. Yeah, I'm being funny, but yo, she gonna be glistening, yo. She gonna be shining. I'm trying to tell you, boy. She gonna be shining. She gonna be shining. Boy, that's oiled up, boy. That shea butter be popping, yo. So I got to get me some of that, yo, so I can stay in the corner. I got to get me some of that so I can stay in the corner. Look, George, so I can stay in the corner. Stay in the Yo, I had to work today. Ain't that something? Ain't that something? Nah, we celebrating the night. It's MLK. We celebrating them. If you got to be outside, yo. You got to be outside. You got to be outside. I bought it for her, so she'll never. Yeah. Sometimes you have to encourage yourself. I don't think y'all understand. After the week, the month, the past couple of months I have had, I appreciate these laughs, yo. See, this is the beauty of the community. This is like Jesus is the reason for the season, but this is the beauty of the community. Don't you steal that. That's my quote. Give me credit. But yeah. Hey, what you cooking? What you cooking? Hey, you should go live and show us what you cooking. What are you cooking? You should go live and show us what you cooking. Matter of fact, hey, if I send you a link to get on the stream, you gonna get on. Hey, I'm gonna send you if I DM you a link, you gonna hop on the stream. What you cooking? Cause we all hungry too. We want to eat. What are you cooking? If y'all can't tell, I'm done. We shooting it. Yeah. We shooting the breeze. I'm done. We shoot the breeze. I'm done. But yeah, bro, it's a lot of, I got some stuff to smell this week. So, I have no clue. Blackened catfish. Hey, it's thieves in the temple. Yo, chill. Hey, yeah, we need a plate. Hey, Lachey, if I send you this link, you gonna hop on? If I send you the link, you gonna hop on? We need to watch this cooking. Hold on. So you can tell us. Hold on. So you can give us the recipe. Give us the recipe. We need the recipe. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. All right. Dutch said also, fellas, you can't be spraying these elegant fragrance on top of trap house. Okay. You can't be spraying these elegant fragrances on top of trap house couch skin. Can't be spraying Surge off riding in dope head Johnny's 84 Cutlass. That's why we need Lachey to tell us about her body butter and the oils. Speaking of which, y'all, Ebb got a sale going on, yo. I think it's like 50. Is it still 50% off? Is it still 50% off? I feel like it's still 50% off. I could be wrong on that, but I feel like it's still 50% off. I could be wrong on that. I could be. But I feel like it is. I feel like I saw her post that. Or at least it was over the weekend. Let me see. It was over the weekend. I know she had a 50% sale, and she be running sales all the time. She be running sales all the time. So yeah, she be running. So it might have been Lachey. Come on, man. Lachey, really? That's what we doing? All right. Viper. Arabian Crest. I have heard of that. I don't have any other fragrances, but I have heard of it. Shay, stop playing, yo. Crooked letter. Stop playing, yo. Hit that link. Cricket letter. Yo, Dutch, you still wild for that comment, though. You are still wild. You are wild for that comment. Hey, don't do that. Don't do that. Come on, man. So you can talk about how you make this pasta and the body butter. Nigga, I'm trying to get you some money. You better come on and hit that link, yo. I want to be all up. Pause. Never mind. Pause. Pause. I'm about to say caught up in the rapture, but pause. Nah. I want to be, but you shine. You be shining though. How we get that shine? Don't pay Simone no mind. Don't pay attention to her. Ain't no thieves in this camp. Ain't no thieves in the camp, yo. Ain't no thieves in the camp. The blackened catfish with the cream sauce. Yeah, you right. I thought you was gonna put a little bit of that Lamborghini underneath it. Y'all seen that video of the girl that was talking to the judge and she called Linguini Lamborghini? All right, man. Shay says she ain't coming, yo. Shay says she ain't coming, yo. She ain't coming, y'all. She ain't coming. Yo, Rock, you be tripping me out, yo. You be tripping me out with these doggone whatchamacallits, yo. Nope, we not. Nah, bro. I'm free now. I'm free. Praise the Lord. I'm free. No longer bound. No more chains on Let freedom ring from Fragcom. Let freedom ring from the UAE. Let freedom ring from Atlanta. Let freedom ring from Miami. Yo, speaking of Miami, is anybody going to Cosmo Pro? Is anybody going to Cosmo Pro next week? Oh my God. Is anybody going to Cosmo Pro? That's the crazy part. That's just a quick question. Yeah. Anybody hitting that joint next week? So I actually got invited to yo, all you gotta do, see, you sitting here chatting. You can talk to us while you cooking. We know you know how to set that camera up. We can tell from the selfies. Come on now. We know you know how to set that camera up. Stop playing. Stop playing. We want to see the sauce, yo. But no, I got invited. I told you that fish is black. Take the shackles off my feet so I can dance. I just want to praise. I just want to praise. Oh my God. Yo, Jason, you stupid. Dang. Already? All right. So, Ref, I got invited to Cal's launch party on Thursday. Like honestly, I'm thinking about it, but I might Wednesday. I think Wednesday is the 28th. Like I might be able to only come down for a day or two, man. I gotta see, bro. I gotta see. I'm trying to swing it. I'm trying to swing it. Yeah, I seen that on the list. Hey, just know, y'all clip it and post it so I go viral. Y'all go viral. Yeah, I seen that. I might make an appearance, man. I might. Even if it's just for one day to go down and come right back first thing in the AM. Because the party is from 8 to 11. So, yeah. Yeah, the party is from 8 to 11. Yeah. Shay. Oh, Miss Loretta. I'm ready for my tour. I'm just trying to see the food, yo. I'm trying to see the food. I'm trying to see the food, man. I'm trying to see the food, yo. Shay, it's 8:41 too, yo. It's 8:41. Okay, bet. Bro, that party like the tickets was like $500, bro. I think like 500. I said, what in the world? Miss Loretta. I'm ready for the tour. She ain't dipped, Sherrod. She ain't going nowhere. All you gotta do is hit the link, Shay. All we gotta do, we trying to see what that cricket letter black and catfish sound like. Bruh, I know, but still, I'm like 500 at the top of the year. Hey, say less, Raph. Say less. I'll definitely let you know if I come down. She ain't got no food up there, Jason. She ain't got no food up there. Hey, can I share this? Can I share it? Can I share it? Y'all, my mama said I'm having too much fun. She don't know the week I had, so I'm gonna have fun. Look, with the live, we've been done talking about fragrance. Look, we have a community. This is in honor of Martin Luther King. Shay, I can share it. Okay, hold on, y'all. I'm gonna share it, y'all. This is what the food look like. This is what it look like. Cricket letter, all the way from cricket letter. All the way from cricket letter, 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 cricket letter. Hold on. Hey, that sauce look all right though. No, she fancy. She put the lemon for the garnish. And she brought out that's a real plate, y'all. That's a real plate. That ain't no paper plate. That ain't no plastic plate. Look at the dirty rice though. Y'all see the dirty rice, man? I'm hungry now. Okay. 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 I see the texture in the rice. I see up here in the corner that fish look a little flaky. Okay. Okay. Okay, I see it. I see it. I see it. Okay. Okay. Yo, JC is wild. Oh, it's your take on papados. Hey. Favorite, hey, that's that cricket letter, Stro. Favorite dish from Papados, y'all. Bruh, tell me about it. At least, yo, we don't do dry food. We don't do dry food. So we already know the next time. Yup. Mama, I played the I Have a Dream speech at the beginning of the stream. You missed it. You missed it. It was at the beginning of the stream. I already went through the speech. We did our tribute. Oh, dirty. Hey yo, what you wearing today? Oh, dirty. What you wearing today? Oh, dirty. JC, you stupid. Ooh, you stupid. Ooh. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, dirty. Oh, the dirty. Man. Oh boy. Boy, the chat is crazy. Y'all bugging. Hey, nah, don't be like that, yo. Don't be like that, yo. Yo, I needed that. Don't be like that, yo. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. It's been a good night, y'all. It's been a good night. I told you. All you had to do was come on the stream, man. I told you. You sent that picture. I told you. All you had to do was show us how to make that sauce. That's it. Oh man. Oh boy. I'm gonna sleep good. Thank you, Jesus. Oh boy, it's been that kind of week. It's been that kind of week, bro. Y'all wow. Y'all wow. Plate be going in 63 seconds. Hey, that dirty rice look all right though. Mississippi Delta. Okay. 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 Well, Stella got her groove back. Whew. Oh my God. Down in the Mississippi, up to no good. Boy. All right, man. Yo, I ain't lying, bro. I needed that. I needed that, bro. I needed that, bro. I ain't gonna tell you no lie, man. I needed that. I needed that. I needed that. Hey, that's that sauce they be serving down at the Paint. That's that, yeah. That's down there in the Paint, boy. Hey, when they gonna bring that back? When they gonna bring that back? When they gonna bring that back? When they gonna bring that? Yo, 2026. We all, I don't know where it's gonna be. I need y'all to real talk. I'm getting ready to end the live. Like we got like 10 minutes. I'm gonna go to 9. We got like 10 minutes. Vegas. I got a question for y'all. Would y'all rather meet up at an actual event or do our own thing? That's the question for tonight. Would y'all rather meet up at an event or do our own thing? The reason I ask that is because what's the joint in March? ASD is in Vegas. March 17th. Y'all check this out when you get a chance. Okay, everybody's saying, everybody. Simone, we already know. Simone, we already know your answer. 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 Hey, what's good, Bass? Appreciate you coming through. Yeah, bruh. Yeah, bruh. It's been a lit night. It's been a lit night. Okay, everybody's saying own thing. Okay. Okay. 25 visual, I see you. Okay. So Mo, well, you know, we going to ASD anyway. We're going to ASD anyway. But I think again, that's for those of us who are like creators, we're on the business side of things. But from the enthusiast standpoint, okay. I know I asked this last year and I'm asking again because this is a real thing. This is a real thing. Like this is going to happen. This is going to happen. It's just a matter of when, where. It has to be somewhere. It has to be somewhere that makes sense. One of the beautiful things about New York, about Sin Explorer, is it made sense. I will say this, Dallas is definitely looking like a vibe. I'm gonna go ahead and say that Dallas is definitely looking like. I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good. I think because all of the events, it's like if you're not on the business side of things, you're not really gonna enjoy that. Sin Explore is Sin Explore was more open, but it was still kind of overcrowded, and I don't think people want to spend that money at the end of the year. But as far as, we've been having some conversations and looking at some things, and as far as what's available, I'm gonna say this honestly, between Dallas and Atlanta, and it may just be two. Unless y'all want to go to my. See, here's the thing. I'm thinking big city, number one, because I'm thinking, okay, what's going to be easiest for everybody to get to? What's going to be the most affordable for everybody to get to? Where is there a hub of multiple fragrance stores that are already available? What makes sense to potentially do something to the degree where you can also bring in a lot of people and bring in other brands as well? To make it make sense for them. Because here's the thing about bringing brands in. What I've been paying attention to. Y'all need to spend some money. We need to spend some money. I don't want to bring brands in and we get brands together and people aren't spending money. Something like what's the joint that's usually in Vegas or LA? What's the smaller fragrance? Somebody remind me, either Kev or Jim's or somebody, the smaller fragrance event that a lot of people go to. A lot of the indie brands go to. Because I'm not necessarily looking to bring in a lot of the bigger brands. I want us to really tap into a lot of these indie brands if we're gonna do it like that. But I'm gathering information. I'm gathering data. Now there are a couple of things out there. I've seen people. I'm pretty sure they listen to me. I'm not gonna take credit for it, but I'm pretty sure they listen to me. They watched my lives, my recap from the first night, and was like, Sin Explore needs a rebrand. And then somebody said, okay, well, we're gonna run with it. And because I've seen two things for this year, one in Houston and then one somewhere else. I feel like in Atlanta. The only thing that scares me though is I don't like. Let me help y'all with something. I only got 5 minutes left. I know I gotta go. For all of my entrepreneurs, stop posting stuff that ain't finished. Stop posting unfinished products. Stop being a child. Stop being childish. Be an adult. Be grown. If you about that business, then be about that business. Don't post that you have a dream. Post the finished product. Now, unless you out here trying to show the BTS and this, that, and the third, but don't get excited about stuff that's not going to come to fruition. Post the finished product so that we have all of the information available. Like this whole coming soon stuff is over. That trend died 10, 15, 20, and I'm not knocking anybody specifically. I'm trying to tell you and encourage you how to be effective, efficient, and how to get the information immediately. Just like, to me, I know they say it may take time, but to me, Sin Explorer should have already had the venue locked in for 2026. So when the event ended, they could have went ahead and offered pre-sale tickets available. Like, soon as the event is over, soon as the award ceremony is over, you can go ahead for the next week or today. You can register. Like if early bird tickets was $99, you can go ahead and get your ticket today for $89 or $85, $84.99 for next year. And you can get like $100 voucher on a hotel or something like that. They could have done something. 2026 is for the prepared. So I ask questions because when I release something, I don't want it to be half-hearted. I don't want it to be half done. So when I say we going here on this date, this time, you're going to have a link where you can go register. You can go sign up. You have all of the information available. You have the hotel information, travel arrangements, all of those different types of things. Because folks got to make plans. People are planning vacations. Y'all, February is like in a week. It's the 19th. There are like 11 days left in this month. and it'll be February, and then it'll be March, and then it'll be April, and then it'll be May, and then before you know it, we'll be talking about Christmas again. So yeah. So I'm picking up what y'all are putting down. I like what y'all are talking about in the chat. So yeah, we're gonna continue to gather more information, and I'm hoping, I'm gonna say this, within the next I'm gonna say, being realistic, by the end of February, you should know something for sure. By the end of we're going to have some sort of a fragrance conclave. Yeah. Like some sort of a conclave. Like meetup is cool, but we gotta take meetup to the next, like we gotta take it up a notch. We gotta take it up a notch. We gotta take it to the next level. And so yeah. All right. So let me look at the chat. It might be easier to go to something. Well, and that's Larry, like, so I'm always offering that. You know what I'm saying? I'm always going to ask who's going to what. I do know I'm going to Vegas in March. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going back to Sin Explore. I'm going to Fragrance in March. I'm trying to go to Beauty World this year. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to go to TFWA. I'm trying to go to everything. Like, I'm making plans. I'm putting in things. We saving some money. We're making preparations. Like, we got to put some checks to the side. Like, we trying. Wait, are they changing the date? Hold on, did I miss something? Glamification? That's what it is. Yeah, glamification. All right, let me change something. Let me check. I'm looking at the chat. Come to the West Coast. Yeah, bro. Like, you know, and Cali is jumping. It's just something about Dallas. Maybe even Chicago. It's just something about that middle of the country makes it easier on people. And as this continues to grow, then you look at the regional joints. So you look at, okay, we got a West Coast, a Midwest, and the East Coast. It kind of revolves. Yeah, but I think Dallas is a good. Nah, that'll never happen, because my Pats is about to go back to the Super Bowl, so that ain't never gonna happen. All right, bet. Tay, appreciate it, man. Appreciate you coming through. Yeah, Vegas ASD, bro, is check that out. ASD Market Week. I'm gonna post. I think I meant to post it earlier. ASD Market Week is in Dallas. Most complimented fragrance. Lamar by Kajal. Chicago. Respectfully, if I don't know St. Louis to be a like a fragrance hub. So Chicago. Because the thing about Chicago, like, there are stores in Chicago we can pull on. Like take Sin Explore, for example. Kick, what's good? It must be hot out there, bro. In Cali, you wearing Summer Hammer, man. I'm so jealous. So they are changing the date. Bro, where did y'all see this at? Like, that's a real thing? Oh boy. Where did y'all see that at? Cause I know I seen them say the 2026 8th edition announcing soon. Dang, bro. But you know what though? That's too clustered though, because if they do it before Thanksgiving, because like Ralph was saying, we said this before, Beauty World and TFW, Beauty World and Essence or TFWA, whatever. What I think, yeah. Those two events, like they're back to back. So like you said, people usually make that a whole 2-3 week trip. And they just go from Dubai to France or wherever it is. But then if you throw Sin Explore right into that, I'm not gonna front though, Dutch. I'm not mad at it being before Thanksgiving because it's gonna be cheaper. It's gonna be cheaper. It's gonna be cheaper. I appreciate you, D-Web. I hope you get better, man. I hope you get better. Oh, for sure, Marion. Yeah, it's just, the thing is, that's why I ask questions, because it's like, when I sent, like, so in full transparency, like I said, it's several of us that have been having these conversations. And so I went, like, I could show you my phone. I have plans, strategies, schematics, all of that already laid out on something I personally wanted to do. I'm kind of, my plans, I'm not putting to the side, but this is community. So we're all coming together. Like, this is cookout. And I'm looking at things, and I went to Sin Explore to peep, to pay attention, to look. I went for logistics. I wanted, the stores, the after parties, the events. That's what I went for. And so, so when you get ready to do these things and send out these partnerships, to say, hey, we're doing A, B, and C, it's gotta make sense. It's gotta make sense. It's gotta make sense. It has to make sense for the brands, and it has to make sense for the people. Otherwise, what we do, we go to a city where you lean on the stores. Because honestly, it's just a matter of we just meeting up to kick it. And we go invade, one of these mom and pop shops or whatever, or we go take over a mall or this, that, and the third, which we tried that in Charlotte and that didn't work out too well. Yeah. And then we ended up over at the hotel, which was still dope, which was still cool. And so even having that experience, that was dope as far as how that situation went. And I'm looking towards that as a template. But like the only brand that was there in an official capacity was T. And then everybody else was just loaded down with decants, samples, whatever. Shout out to Rico, fragged out, swagged out. And it's like, it was sample, it was like Disney World in that mug. Just, he brought a suitcase. He brought, I don't even know how much of his collection he brought. But Mr. Clark was there. We was getting right. You know what I'm saying? He was like, have at it. The homie Dion, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Josh, Elroy, like everybody, we had a good time. And so it's like, there are elements to that as far as being like, okay, is it a 1-day thing? Is it a 2-day thing? Is 3 days too much? You know what I'm saying? What does the after party situation look like? What is the in between? Like, events, you create events for the next event. You know what I'm saying? So you think about the first event with the second event in mind, because you don't just want to have one event. Like most event planners will tell you, you want to make sure you're being efficient and you execute. And sometimes the best way to execute is to dial back what you would like to do, just to get a gauge for and judge it, especially if it's the first time you're putting on an event. But if you got all your ducks in a row, if everything is ready to go, boom, people are in agreement, you got locations, you got all of those different things ironed out, it's like, say less. And you create, you know what I'm saying, this expo situation. because it's nothing to pull up, you know, connect whoever is in that city. It's nothing to connect with the hotel. Just say, what kind of access can we get to the ballroom or certain corridors or whatever. And boom, 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 boom. Like what we did in Charlotte was dope. Like, and if you can just do it on a larger scale in a more official capacity where you could potentially say, because a lot of the indie brands are still enthusiasts. See, that's the good thing about it. A lot of your indie brands or your indie perfumers, they are still us. They are still content creators. So as crazy, well, they probably wouldn't come because they kind of behind in production. But think of a person like Teddy, that's, you know, one of the co-founders at House of Cosmo. You know what I'm saying? Like he's one of us. You know what I'm saying? So you want to lean on those people who are one of us, not necessarily these major brand owners, unless they would just agree to it. And you also got to remember, a lot of these people are not local. They are not domestic. They are out of the country. And they are already going to these other things. But for a lot of these indie brands that are local and domestic, it's like, yo, we're guaranteeing you loyalty. We're guaranteeing you. So it's almost like you look at every event. Respectfully, I think the smallest scale thing right now would be something like Glamcation. How do you take Glamcation and you basically elevate? Like, how do you take Glamcation? How do you take the intimacy of Glamcation and you combine it with the logistics of a Scent Explorer? That's ultimately what you want to try to accomplish. That's it. And you either say, okay, we gonna do this. We're just gonna shoot for this one time this year, and then we scale up. You know what I'm saying? Or we say, okay, let's shoot for twice. But the thing is, time is filled with swift transition. So we are already kind of behind the 8 ball in that regard. All right, to me, the best events, Cannes. Okay. So you're literally talking about Beauty World, Cannes, and then Scent Explorer back to back to back? I don't think that's smart. I don't think that's smart. Yo, Raph done dropped all the dates. Yeah, I don't think that's smart. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Hey, I'm gonna have to try that. Yeah, bro, the Houston joint, there's no information on it. Yeah, there's no information on the Houston joint. Hey Jay, yeah. See the indie brands. Okay, bro, you in St. Louis? Got you. Gotcha. Yeah. The indie brands are going September, October, November. That's back to back to back. To be honest, it makes sense to make 2 changes. Yeah, that's crazy though, bro. Like, okay, that's a lot of money, dog. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Scent Explorer was dope in the city. I mean, it was a pain, but it was dope, bro. It was dope because it was Christmas time, man. It was dope. I'm not gonna front. Like, I feel like I'm not mad at it. I think it'd be a little bit cheaper. Oh, see, I forgot all about the Winter Olympics. Okay. Yeah, dang, bro. Dang, that's a lot of money, bro. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, yo. September, October, November. That's crazy paper. That's crazy paper. That's crazy paper. I'm going to tell y'all like this, though. If you are trying to go to Sin Explorer, I would buy an early bird ticket. I wouldn't wait on it. I wouldn't wait on it because it's only going to get bigger and it's going to sell out. Lamar by Kajal layer with Island Dream. So Symphony with that. I wouldn't do it. The pineapple in Lamar is sweet, but it's also, hear me when I say this, it has a musty nature to it. Not like a sour musty, like onion, like you stink, like you've been working out musty. But yeah. Dang, bro. All right, we got to work fast. So exactly. But that's what I was saying, as far as when you make announcements like that and you put the information out there, you need to you don't need to put that out haphazardly, yo. That needs to be done. Because you got to accept the fact that, you know what I'm saying, people got vacations and stuff, like, you know what I'm saying, and you know what, everybody ain't gonna be able to make it to everything, and people gonna do what they do, but you want to make it make sense. That's the only thing. You want to make it make sense. It can be. I like it though. I on my skin, it's perfect. And I also, but that's another well, if you think it's cloying, then I wouldn't layer it. That's why I usually layer it with this. To bring more of that musk out. Yeah, the Montclair Sunrise Peron. That's goated. That layering goated. All right. And Dubai Beauty World lost many influencers because they wanted to attend Cannes, so the owner of Dubai Beauty World moved from beauty. Yeah. Yeah, and it makes sense, but honestly, here's the thing. The majority of the people that are going to be attending these events are going to be brands. So again, you're talking about charging it to the game pretty much. And for established brands, cool. You know, Ralph told us last year, it was like, you don't want to go. Darius, you asked me that before. Yeah. It is still one of my favorites. You actually don't want to be locked down to a brand. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to be locked down. You really want to be able to go to these things independently and kind of experience them on your own. But yeah, I had somebody reach out to me about Cosmopro, you know, and I was like, nah, I don't want, like, what's happening? Oh, we want you to, nah, I'm good. Now, hey, it would have been paid for. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Cannes is dope if you already have arrangements with most of the niche brands to have meetings throughout the hotels. And yeah. 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 Okay. I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense. That makes sense. It's 10-0. Lord have mercy, Miami. Yep. All right, y'all. I'm getting ready to get out of here. We went over. It's 9:17. So yeah, stay on the lookout for this information. Stay on the lookout. Stay on the lookout for this information, and then we will see what's popping. But yeah, for those of you who missed the beginning of the live, go back and watch it. And so you can get filled in and get updated on what you need to get updated on. And It's late and I have not eaten since breakfast, which is terrible, but I had a big breakfast. So I'm going to grab something light. Cause I'm like, it's going to be super light. Is Rayhan really as good as they say? Is it as good as they say? I don't think anything is as good as people say, including myself, but it is good. Rayhan is good. I appreciate some of these things. Appreciate it, JC. I appreciate y'all, man. So stay tuned, well, not for tonight. And I don't think Jim's or anybody is live. I didn't see. I don't think Jim's is live or not. Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. Nah, that makes sense, Ref. That makes sense. All right, y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. Another probably Dutch. Another dope show. If you haven't already, hit that like button. You know what I'm saying? And I'm out of here. Let go. Y'all remember the dream, yo. Oh, no, yeah. People. Yeah. Oh, na. Oh. Hey, man, just because the dream is deferred don't mean it's denied. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And to all the I get that wrong every time. All right, y'all be easy, man.